Hi folks, this week we are embarking on labor movements and music. Labor movements around solidarity and agitating for workers' rights in this country really became something to protest for, social justice kind of cause in the early 20th century. Some of you may have learned about the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory in high school, where workers in a factory in what's now an NYU building were basically locked in during their shift. And so when a fire broke out, they couldn't get out of their factory. And so several folks died. There have been some other occasions like that in labor history. So union movements were about saying, we need to band together as workers in order to make sure that we have certain rights protected when we're working. So some of those things have led to laws like OSHA, the department that really sets up things about workers, about having breaks during the day, lunch breaks, smaller breaks, about having benefits, all those kinds of things that unions really advocate for on the part of workers. So music, what we're going to look at this week in our chapter are two different types of music happening around the labor movements. One is a kind of folk music expression that's beginning to get going, not quite the folk song that we will start looking at more next week, but folk music meaning music that really of the people. Music that people could get involved in and sing along with. And of course, when it comes to galvanizing community or inspiring action on the picket line, it's good when people can sing along. Then there was another type of music coming from something called the Composers Collective, which was kind of what we might call art music. More like your classical type music or songs that were not exactly the most catchy for the average Joe, but were loaded with a lot more depth in terms of what they had to say and what they were trying to advocate for on the part of workers. So we're going to be checking out the movement, watching a history of labor movements, and checking out a few songs related to that and related to our reading in the book. So have a great week.